Good afternoon, South Africa, and a very warm welcome to you. It is the first Friday of September, which means spring is officially here.
Absolutely, and I'm loving this bling.
Thank you, bling bling, don't worry about a thing. So today we are putting the spotlight on ultimate go-getters who are determined to claim their space in the music industry. And of course, starting off, we have DJ LèSoul, a radio presenter on Gagasi FM, and of course a club DJ. And she's one of the few female DJs in the country producing her own music.
She's really impressive. And then we chat to dancer and gom vocalist Artchild, who's famous for the hit song Benga, which led to the hashtag Benga challenge and has gained a lot of traction online.
Exactly, and remember, you can also hit us up online on our social media platforms throughout the show and share your thoughts with us. All you need to do is tweet us at Afternoon Chat using the official hashtag Afternoon Express, or visit our Facebook page. It's really fab.
We do love hearing from you, and plus our guests will be delivering some stellar performances that will get you well on your way into the weekend.
Hi everyone, happy Friday. My name is Balisa Dembe, and since both our guests today are from Durban, the home of the most amazing curry dishes in the world, I would like to think, I think it's appropriate that we make a nice chicken giblet curry.
Yes.
And of course, to assist us to make this amazing chicken curry, we have amazing Chef Sue-Ann. How are you this Friday?
Very well, and excited to be making
What can we expect in this curry?
So what we can expect is a whole bunch of flavor, but also a little bit of heritage. It's Heritage Month, so I think this is perfect. It is spring, but there's still a chill in the air, so this is kind of ticking all of the boxes. So excited to cook this with you guys today.
Yes, and Clover Amasi is coming through with that wholesome, creamy richness.
Yep.
Love it. Remember, guys, if you want the ingredients list to the recipe, all you have to do is SMS Clover to 33650 and it'll be coming straight to your device. Now, onto the subject matter of the day. It's safe to say that there's something in the water in Durban because it seems like most creative artists are Durbanites. One of them goes by the name of DJ LèSoul. Her love for music began at church, where she discovered that she has a thing for sounds. The edgy, energetic DJ and pianist has become one of the few female DJs who produces her own songs. And I think that's what sets her apart.
Welcome to the show. Your stage presence is outstanding. It's so sexy and powerful and strong. One wouldn't think that you were actually a church girl when you were younger.
I know. You know, growing up at church really groomed me. You know, it's always like a reminder to your conscience, like, you're not doing this right, you're not doing that right, you know. But also being a preacher's daughter was quite interesting. You know, like a full-on PK. A lot of eyes, a lot of attention is your direction, you know. But kumnandi at the same time, because not only does the community get to know you well, but they get to groom you. They are part of your growth process. So it was quite interesting.
Yeah. When we had Babes Otumo on the couch, she said because she's a PK, sometimes when the congregation is mad at her or mad at the pastor, then they don't they don't put money in the offering basket.
Imagine. Well, luckily I went Zegi in my family. In my family it doesn't happen, but it's really you know, it's two different worlds.
Yeah.
That type of life and this type of life, you know, they didn't understand the whole DJing thing, because the first place I played in was at a club around the area. They're like, you're going to a tavern? Oh my
At this time of the night.
No.
Yeah, talk to me about that. I mean, you're working in a male-dominated space, in a space where when men show up in this space, their masculinity and their bravado protects them. And sometimes people see a woman and they feel like it's fair game. Free reign. How do you protect yourself in those spaces, and do you ever feel threatened?
At first, I'm not going to lie, I did feel a bit threatened. You get into the game and first things first, you're a woman and they don't really trust what you can do you know, so you have to prove yourself. First things first, and then you get here and you say, I play without earphones, you know? And they're like, who is she to say she plays without earphones? Everybody uses earphones. So, but the one thing that they didn't understand is that I took time grooming myself before I went out to the public and said, hey, I'm actually a DJ, you know. When I did start playing publicly, I was ready, you know. I was ready enough to make mistakes and then, you know, just fix them here and then. But it was intimidating at first, you know. Guys will be like, nah, we don't even know her. Let her play 30 minutes or so. But you get used to it and you grow yourself and you're like, I'm not going to stop. I didn't stop.
It is such a terrifying industry. I started in radio, and I remember, you know, recording demo tape after demo tape after demo tape and sending them to radio stations and having rejection and then ultimately, you know, getting accepted. But, you know, when you listen back to all of those demo tapes, everyone almost sounds the same because you don't know what to do. True. What did you do to set yourself apart from everyone else?
Funny story. I didn't sign up to be a radio DJ. Neither did I sign up to be a DJ. I just explored the whole thing after playing piano at church. I discovered a guy by the name of DJ Turner. He lived in my neighborhood and he was like a DJ, a popular DJ in the taverns around. I was like, can you teach me? He was like, I'm gonna leave you with this equipment. You can find your way around it. So, okay, I started playing. I had to learn by myself, but I think that was also a blessing in disguise, you know, because I got to understand turntables. I got to understand how, back in the days, Black Coffee used to use a cassette, you know. I got to explore all these different sounds and I play differently from anyone else.
Yeah, but I'm a huge fan of house music. Yeah. So for me, and I listen to it with quite an intent, a critical ear, because you've got to have a great understanding of music to be a good DJ. Because putting those melodies together, it's a responsibility of sound. Of course. So you obviously do have a passion for music, though, as well. 100%.
Other than just being a DJ, I explored quite a lot. I produce, and I could say ngiyacula because bengicula esontweni at church, you know. I had 1 or 2 songs that I led, you know, but I never really explored that in the industry now. But I also produce different sounds, not just house, you know. I've produced a hip hop sound. I've produced something with Gold and Black, who have nice songs, you know, back in Durban. I've done some stuff with international artists, but I think it's something that I really want to get into in the next year to come. You know, just expand, and show SA what more I can offer.
You're also a fitness junkie, and while you DJ, you show some fitness antics. Are we going to see some of those later?
Well, yeah.
Yes, you're in flat shoes. You can.
Yeah, I lost 22 kgs in total.
What?
I have lost 22 kgs. Yeah, but
in a space of how long?
In a space of about 2.5 years. Unfortunately, the
guy who taught me... That's like 1 kg like a month.
Yeah, that's like 1 kg a month. The guy who taught me just recently passed in our neighborhood. But I was about 87, 85, you know. I wasn't too sure. But fitness did change my life.
Why did you decide to change your life in that aspect?
It's the confidence, you know. It affects you quite a lot. Not only do you become... very, you know, private and you exclude yourself from everybody else. You wake up in the morning and you know exactly what you're going to wear and what you prefer to wear, you know. Whereas a woman needs to accentuate whatever she has, you know, in whatever size you are. But I wasn't comfortable being that size because all my life I've just been slim. I'd just been a sports junkie. I'd played sports at school. So it was like a different life, you know. That I think I spent about 3 years without gym, and it did show. So I stopped, and it was a drinking, and I stopped the drinking, and I'm alcohol free now. So yeah,
it's great to have that dedication to yourself.
Yeah,
very, very much. It changes you a lot. It disciplines you a lot. And in this type of industry, we're exposed to volumes and volumes of alcohol. You know, I chose to take the other route. I chose to just live clean.
Yeah.
And you're killing it, and I'm so proud that you make all your own music, and you know, a female producer is rare in this country. But if you look at how good and how well PH, Black Coffee, Phonic, they've got international stages now. Yeah. So I cannot wait for the day that we can go and visit you in Ibiza playing.
Oh man, that's a dream. That's a dream, and I'm really working towards that. I do communicate with some people via Facebook, via social media, that are in other parts of the world. I've just recently come back from New York, from a tour in New York. I did Miami, I did Connecticut, I did Danbury. I also did Mozambique a week ago. I do try to travel as much as I can, but you know, with the radio industry, you can't be off air too much. You
can't. Yeah. It's a commitment.
Yeah, it's a
commitment.
People
look forward, they tune in because they're expecting to hear your voice.
Of course, of course.
And what a great voice.
Oh,
thank you so much for being here. We cannot wait to hear you hitting up those decks.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you so much, guys.
Hit us up on social media platforms and share your thoughts on today's guests. Tweet us at Afternoon Chat using Afternoon Express hashtag, or just comment on our Facebook page. Now, after the break, we have Gum dancer and vocalist Artchild, who managed to obtain an honours degree in industrial psychology in and amongst juggling her very own entertainment company. Lalel Kusazobalit.
Our guests on Afternoon Express fly domestically with Mango. Enjoy outstanding service, online check-in and seat selection. With the widest booking and payment options, Mango is the only airline globally to accept store charge cards as a means of payment. Fly in comfort with ergonomically efficient seats for more legroom aboard a fleet of new generation Boeing 737-800 aircraft. Join the guests of Afternoon Express and fly Mango.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. It's a Friday in the loft. We've got some hot performers lined up. And as we all know, when it comes to versatile and talented entertainers, KwaZulu-Natal has got the juice. It's something in the water over there. Welile Gumede, popularly known as Artchild, is a product of that talent cup that runneth over in KZN.
From an early age, her artistic destiny was written, and she's in the loft today to share about her living life in colour and in rhyme. Yes.
What do they put in the water in KZN?
I don't know.
It's bursting with musical talent.
Salt.
Everybody can dance.
It's salt, because when you used to go to Durban as a child, didn't you used to fill up those cold drink bottles with this?
But you guys have it there all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's in the air, man.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You know who
Maybe
he
it's
reminds me
predestined.
of? And I've been crushing on this girl so hard lately.
Moonchild.
No, Paris, who's the choreographer on Sierra's Level Up.
Oh, Level Up. I know that video.
She's unbelievable, and she just
Amazing
reminds me
video.
so much of you. She's got that, you know, that spunk.
Oh,
Please talk me through the Benga challenge.
Okay, so basically the Benga challenge was influenced by the music video Benga that I was shooting like a few weeks back. So I wanted to actually incorporate other dances in the Benga challenge. So in the music video actually. So I started this challenge, hashtag, whoever was the best dancer, so it was gonna get a feature in the music video.
Yeah.
Just to give dancers opportunities
But you got
to
like
be.
10 million billion hits or something on YouTube.
Yeah, it was trending. It was trending.
Wow.
That's amazing. Yeah.
It's the influence, I guess, for
Okay,
the
do you
dance.
know how to do
Social
the? Do
media.
you know how to do the challenge?
Yeah.
Can you show me
What's
quickly?
the basic steps of it?
Basically, guys, Benga is a genre of dance.
I can see you not
Which
getting
is-
up. You don't believe I can do it.
No, okay. Okay.
Go on with your
Let's do
bad
it.
self. Get up and do it.
Do you want to do it?
Level up. Yeah.
Okay.
You
Okay,
guys,
okay. So it's
Friday
basically,
after all.
you step with the right foot,
Yeah.
touch your left foot, step back, twist. Yes.
Oh,
so
man.
it's just one, twist, one, twist. See, you're
Yeah.
doing
I'm
it.
so Benga right now. I love it.
Yeah. So basically,
They're
that's
always
the
making
main
us
move.
dance in this loft.
But because you're so good at it.
Of course, Jeans, of course. Tell us about your childhood growing up, your family, your influences.
Yeah, how's Kwamashu?
Kwamashu is very dope. Where I'm from, like, the community is very welcoming, is very supportive of whatever you do. But I didn't really grow up in one space. I actually went to 5 different primary schools. Nobody knows this, but I went to an Indian school, I went to a white school, I went to each and every race, so I was able to experience each and every culture, and that's why I think the influence of me wanting to do psychology as well, and working with people. So that's how it was. I was the only child. My mom, like, I'm the only child. Like, she was struggling to have me. She had me when she was 40, actually. And then my father's side, obviously, yeah, they have 8 brothers. I'm the only girl.
Wow.
So yeah, basically
So
that
you're
was
like
my
the prize
upbringing.
Your dad
jewel.
didn't struggle to have kids.
Not at all, but he was struggling to have a girl because they're all boys.
And you're
I'm just
the
the
prize.
only girl. Yeah.
Yeah. Artchild, I think the name really personifies you, your personality, what
Yeah.
you're about. You're also an
great.
artist, apart from
Yes.
just a musical artist.
Yes.
You're a dancer, a choreographer,
I'm
and
a
you
writer.
draw and you
Yeah,
paint,
visual
you're a
artist. I made
writer.
this outfit.
You made this outfit.
I sew this with my own hands, like
Yeah.
literally,
Wow.
the design, like customize it.
Yeah,
myself. Yeah.
it's beautiful. We love it.
Thank you so
Everything
much.
just
Such an
works.
energy.
You
Yeah.
are so
You're a mood.
fascinating just to look at. I'm just sitting there like this going, oh.
Thank you so much.
But you know what? You upskill yourself, which is
Yeah.
what I love about you.
Yeah.
You can dance and then you sing and you do this. And
Yeah.
that, it's so important because you're literally a Jill of all trades.
Yeah, I always try to make sure that I level up, like in everything I do.
Yeah.
You know, because as the name Artchild implies that I'm a child of I'm a student of my own art or my own craft as well. Because I sing, I dance, I write, I draw, and I'm an influencer as well. And I want, if a person looks at me, I wanted to like say who I actually am. So I wear my heart or my art on my sleeve.
Your art on
Every
your sleeve,
day,
I
and this
love
is your
that.
look. Even if you're quickly running to Woolies to go buy toilet paper, this is your look. I want to believe
I
it.
saved this specially for
performance.
I actually
Yeah.
made this myself for the Afternoon Express because it's my first time on national television.
Yes,
so
as
this is your first
Artchild.
live video.
As
This is your,
Artchild.
interview.
Yes,
A live performance
on
on a
national
show.
television. Yes,
A first.
I'm so happy to.
Always
Well,
bring
you're
you the
starting
first.
well.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
So you are I love this word, artist.
I would like to see myself as an artist because I didn't start singing kom. I started actually singing in the school choir in matric, and I went on to singing with a live band, like just me and my vocals singing, not vocalizing like on kom. And I moved on to house music, and then when I started choreographing kom, then it actually influenced me singing kom. Wow. So that's actually the transition that I underwent.
That's beautiful. Yeah, so you don't want to box yourself.
No, I don't like boxing myself at all.
Because on your Instagram, you're not a artist.
You said it so perfectly the first time. Yeah.
But what did you call yourself? An art rock star?
African Rockstar.
African Rockstar.
I want to look like an African Rockstar because that's why I always, even in my video, there's a flag, South African flag. I'm even wearing it right now. Like I always make sure that, you know, I identify myself because sometimes I feel like in other states or in other countries, they always have an identity. Like in America, they always wear their flag, but we have our own swag.
And that is our legacy.
Wait for other people to do it.
That's your legacy, that's your birthright, that's your inheritance, and you're absolutely celebrating it.
Yeah.
Why do young people, young artists need to diversify? Why is that important?
Because we're living in a society that's constantly changing, and I feel like we have to have all the skills. You have to be an all-rounder as a person to be able to understand your environment and be able to grow in the environment and be the best at the same time. I don't like boxing myself. I don't want to be a survivalist. I don't want to just be surviving. I want to be the greatest, you know? And I feel like you mustn't be afraid of it.
You are so close to being the greatest because the Rudimentals music video.
Yeah.
Okay, firstly, that song is so sick. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And then you choreographed the whole music video, which is so beautiful.
Thank you so much. Actually, I was called to choreograph the kom version, or the kom choreography. So I was very excited. Because DJ LèSoul wanted a kom feel because even the taxis that you see, the tycoon taxis, they're Phoenix taxis.
Wow.
It's like a culture in Durban, like the taxis, the vibe, and yeah.
What's DJ LèSoul like?
I never really met DJ LèSoul because the video was shot in three locations. The first part was in London, the second part was in Nigeria, and the third part was in Joburg. So I never met Major LèSoul, but I met Rudimental and Annie Marie.
Yeah.
This song sounds like it's so beautiful. It's my favorite.
It's very significant as well in my life.
Cool. Yeah.
Really? Tell us about that.
Let me live. Sometimes as an artist, like you feel like you have to convince people that art is worth it.
Yeah.
Especially if you're educated, they feel like, how, net degree, what are you still doing, like hustling, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like, no, I have a purpose and this is what I have to do.
You have a psychology degree and industrial psychology as well.
I have I have a clinical psychology degree and I have an honors in industrial psychology when I furthered my studies.
Wow, that's amazing.
What you just said now about people recognizing and you have to convince people about your art.
Feel like you have to convince people, but for me, I feel like I've had it, like this is who I am. It's either you ride along with me or you just let me live my life.
Just let me be.
I've just started reading Madonna's biography and the biographer said that he met her like 40-something years ago. And when he met her, she was just not the prettiest, not the most talented, not the best singer.
Yeah.
And she said, remember my name, it's Madonna, just one word, because I'm going to be the best. And he was
I remember that speech.
Little girl, I doubt it. And now look where she is. So you don't have to convince people of anything. You just, you do you.
Yeah.
And as long as you believe it.
The world catches up all the time.
So I was at a talk yesterday and I was sharing with the group and I was saying, often people say, oh, behind every great man is a great woman. Nobody really talks about who's behind a great woman. But you know who's behind a great woman? You.
Herself.
You. Exactly.
And the squats that she does every day.
I relate to that so much.
Absolutely.
Because like also in the choreography in Durban, actually, I feel like I'm one of the only, if not like few, choreographers that actually try to like professionalize things. I feel like as dancers as well, like I always try to fight for dancers' rights because they're always seen as staff and not as artists. Because I started as a dancer and I used to choreograph Afrotainment for like 3 years and as a dancer. And I saw a lot of things and I learned a lot of things. So I always try to tell the young people or the young dancers that you need to formalize yourself, be well, like put together, make sure that so a person can actually pay you, you know, because it doesn't help to do those small gigs.
Yeah. But you must look at that Ciara music video, Level Up. It's Ciara and Paris.
They
made it a collaboration, so they level because Paris did the choreography.
And as you touched on dancing, fighting for dancers' rights, there was a tragic incident that happened with a dancer in the community.
Oh yeah.
Are you able to share it with us?
Yeah, I can share it. I don't mind. It's just that I haven't spoken about it ever since it happened. So I have a dance crew / company called 031 Movement. which is now O31 Movement Productions. And I just scout young people, like I handpick them and I groom them and I just help them get work. So one of the productions we were doing was MTV-based Gom Nation. And during the launch, something happened and you know this thing in the club where they're just trying to spike drinks and then I was called, they're like, hey, go check her out. I don't want to mention her name because it's still a sensitive issue.
Absolutely.
But then, yeah, she didn't survive it.
Her drink was spiked.
Yes. Yes. And I tried my best. I just want to say thank you to MTV because they actually, like, when I called them and I was like, this was during your guys' launch, please help us out. And then they actually were able to afford us a chance to take her to a private hospital so she can get a proper... unfortunately, the family did not allow it. I don't know why, but yeah. But then, yeah, she passed away, and I just feel like she was gone too soon because she was one of the most energetic people. Wow. And I'm still dealing with it.
Shame. I'm sorry if it was difficult for you to talk about, but I think it's so important you do share that because I think as a girl, you know, women are becoming so much stronger in our communities and in the country, but, you know, we are at risk and we are. With drinks being spiked, we're so vulnerable. And so I think girls really do need to be aware of the dangers around them. So, girls,
and it's an opportunity to set the record straight.
Yeah, it is. And like I just feel like people just misunderstand stuff and they always, whenever in the public eye, they always try to like, get hype around you and, you know, but sometimes it actually hurts us as artists more because we're in the public eye. We also have families, we also have lives, and we also have hearts.
You are a star, girl. You are so beautiful.
Well, we can't wait to see your performance later.
Thank you. Me too, I can't wait.
After the break, we get to see exactly why Artchild's music is gaining popularity with Gom enthusiasts as she performs her hit single, Banger.
Okay, we're standing by. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, give us the track. Which one is yours? Okay. Okay, where is she?
Yo. Should I go in there? Okay. Wait, should I stand here?
Well, they'll let you know. They'll let you know. I've got a little bit of time.
Okay.
Before your performance.
Okay.
So.
Can I swap now? Because I already
Would you like me to? What would you like me to ask you? Is there anything specific, or can we maybe have a look at this? What would you like? Or is there something specific you want to push? Can I ask you about the song?
Yeah, you can ask me about the song.
We now know more about the Banger Challenge, but tell me about the vibe maybe that was going on in studio.
Okay.
When we were creating the song.
Should I speak into this mic?
I think it'll pick up on your lapel mic. To my left. But we'll just be speaking.
I'll chat to you first.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Lalela, Sizo, Benga. Am I getting it right?
Yeah, you are.
Benga.
You are.
That is such a catchy song.
Thank you so much.
What was the vibe in studio like? I'm sure it was electric when you were writing that song.
Yeah, it was electric. It was electric because it was focusing on the dance as well, just celebrating the dancers because, you know, sometimes it going to my dancers to make it, you know, have that thing.
Have that thing.
Yeah.
And so many of my favorite Gum songs, I fell in love with them whilst watching that video. And your video, girl,
oh, thank
congratulations.
You so much. Thank you so much.
And I know you're about to kill it on the stage just now. Artchild has choreographed music videos with international musicians by the likes of Rudimentals and Anna Marie, to name just a few. Introducing the new kid on the block, here is Artchild, accompanied by DJ LèSoul performing Sizo Benga.
Thank you, Artchild.
Let's go. What's up?
Sizo, Benga, Sizo, Benga, Sizo chai valana when uzo, tenga, uzo, tenga, uzo, tenga, manga funi futa kekozo, Benga, Sizo, Benga, Sizo, Benga, Sizo chai valana when uzo, tenga, uzo, tenga, uzo, tenga, manga funi futa kekozo, Benga, 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 manga funi futa kekozo, Benga, 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 manga funi futa kekozo, Benga, Sizo, Benga, Sizo, Benga, Sizo chai valana when uzo, tenga, uzo, tenga, uzo, tenga, manga funi futa kekozo, Benga, 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 manga funi futa kekozo, Benga, 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 manga funi futa kekozo, Benga. Once upon a time, once upon a dance floor, grab on a rope beat, who make me wanna dance more. Police go get down, give money, say what I made of. Give money, say what I made of. Once upon a time, once upon a dance floor, grab on a rope beat, who make me wanna dance more. Police go get down, give money, say what I made of. Give money, say what I made of.
Hey, let's go. What's up, Afternoon Express? What's up? What's up? Hey, oh, what's? Listen.
Shout out to Root Boys. Benga, 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 Benga.
What's up? Chest.
Benga, 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 Benga.
Anyone? Chest up. Let's go.
Benga, 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 Benga.
Chest. Anyone?
Benga, 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 Benga.
Hey.
Artchild. She's just so cool, and now I can benga too. Now, Heritage Month is officially in full swing, which is why we're celebrating all the food that makes us uniquely and proudly South African. So after the break, we're in the kitchen making the ultimate chicken giblet curry with Chef Sue-Ann Ellen.
Artists. Are we doing an end food thing with the artists? End dishing thing?
No.
Oh, okay. Then I stopped her. She was about to go.
I'll take the creamy rich.
But what happened?
Clever Amasi makes it ideal.
Get ready. The face of cybercrime is changing. And so are we. We are smarter. We take charge. We are in control. We are brave, innovative, everywhere. We are Sabric.
Amasi is a thick, creamy mass your family will love. Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express on SABC3, where the stage is yours. The creamy, rich taste of Clover Amasi makes it ideal to add to almost any dish in cooking and baking. And since it's Heritage Month, we're using it to make an ultimately local is lekker chicken giblet curry. You have to try this at home. And to do that, SMS Clover to 33650 to get this recipe. SMSs are charged at R1.50 each, and no free SMSs apply. Sue-Ann.
Hello.
I love giblets. I think that they make such a good little snack, but now we're not using it as a snack.
We're not. We're using it as a main meal, actually, which is quite exciting.
Yes.
So we are going to get onto the curry, and we're also going to be doing this with some krummel.pap, which is quite cool.
So krummel.pap, is it more like stiff pap, or is it more like putsu? Is it more loose?
It's almost like, and I don't want to use the word because they're different, but like kind of like couscous. So you also use a fork to work it. So we've got like. It's got a really nice texture. So we don't have that kind of smooth but stodgy smooth. We've got a lot of texture, which is going to go beautifully with the cream curry. Contrast.
Let's get into it. Which is great.
So yes. I've got a pot on which we are going to bring to the boil. So you've just got a little bit of boiling water, which we are going to season.
Okay.
And then we are going to add our Amasi straight to this. So now, what's really great about this is obviously fermented, but also has no preservatives in it at all, which is really, really great. And the lactic acid is actually what gives it all of its flavor. So I always eyeball. So I'm gonna eyeball about a cup of this.
This is my favorite type of Amasi because what I like is that chunkiness that it adds. Yes.
Chunky, rich, creamy. And I don't know if, you know, sometimes you can't find buttermilk on the shelf. You can actually use this in place of it, which is really great. So marinating meat, a really good thing to do. It breaks down this protein. So before you're having a chicken braai, actually chuck it in some amasi, would you believe it or not?
Awesome. Okay.
So
then we start with the pap.
We're going to start with the pap, because once we give this a stir and it comes up to the boil, we're going to pop the lid back on, and that's actually going to sit, and then I'm going to work on our curry.
My favorite.
So I'm going to put that on so long. We've actually got some onions which have been sautéed, but I just want to give this a stir, and then we'll move straight along. So what's quite nice is you're going to do this, we're going to mix it around, the lid's going to go on, and then we're going to leave it, which is pretty cool. That's going to be job done. While that cooks, we're going to move on to our curry. So as I said, we've got some onions which we saute. Like I always say, cook them before you put your garlic and your ginger in.
And why? Is that for the flavor and the taste?
Well, we don't want, often if you put this in too soon while you're cooking your onions, your garlic and your ginger tends to burn, so you actually lose the aromatics of it. So never put it in too soon.
Okay, so what other spices do you have?
So we've got garam masala, we've got chili flakes, we've got mustard seeds, we've got cumin, we've got turmeric, and we've got bay leaf. So all of that really good curry stuff.
I already know what I'm having for dinner tonight.
I can already smell how good this is going to taste.
Thank you, Sue-Ann.
Pleasure, my love. You know, I've got to feed you. So that's going to go in, and then we are just going to, I'm going to swap to a bigger spoon. We literally just want this to kind of get fragrant. And once that starts to cook, we're going to start adding our giblets, because we really want them kind of ensconced in the rich, beautiful spices.
So how long do you normally have to cook through your spices? Because I've learned, I used to just wing it and not know how long. But I think it's key. It's because the flavors are so, you know, exaggerated if you do it properly.
What you've got to do is check if your spices have been toasted before. So things like garam masala would have gone through a roasting process, so you don't actually have to cook them for that long. You just want the base to get fragrant, and then 100% in will go your giblets, because your spices are already almost there. And we want to literally just brown these, and you can hear that sizzle, my favorite sound.
Already.
We can start to smell it, and once this starts to get some color, we're going to add our tomato base. I love a tomato-based curry.
I also do love a tomato-based curry, even in my pastas.
Absolutely.
I always find that I find the tomato, but I also like cream, I'm not going to lie.
Well, I've got both for you, babe. I've got both for you today.
Winning.
You know that, no.
And thank you also for to Clover, because, I mean, this Amasi is also so filling. So it's nice to, you know, have something that ticks all the boxes.
It ticks all the boxes. So again, creamy curry, beautiful krummel.pap. So this really is a perfect heritage meal.
Yeah, and with the Cape Town winter weather, even though it is spring, I mean, it's not helping.
It's still a little bit chilly. That's why I said at the beginning, this is actually still something you can enjoy. What's great about this, super quick to throw together. So tomato, important thing is we want to add some sugar to this. You've got your acids from your tomato, so you always want to make sure you're adding a little bit of sugar to that.
Balancing the flavors.
Balance. So not too much, we just want to add a touch of that, and then we're going to add our cream. Lid's going to go on, it's going to be about a half an hour. That's going to be ready, this is going to be ready. Turn down your heat, and we literally a meal served. Coriander, good to go.
Good to go. How often do you have to keep checking in on your pap?
Your pap. So once this starts to get a little bit warmer, and you can see the heat, it's starting to absorb.
It's smelling so good already.
That's when you're ready, head straight for your fork, because you want to loosen it up so you've got your krummels. So use this as opposed to your spoon. And then lid's going to go back on, and you literally want it on the lowest heat, because this is going to take about a half an hour, and you don't want it to burn. So it's very easy to get distracted. This is cooking, and now we're going to do the things we need to do. But make sure this is low. We don't want burnt pap.
Sue-Ann, I have to be honest, I'm one of those people who try to do a million things at once. So when I'm in the kitchen, I try to, you know, also watch TV, catch that soapy, and then everything ends up burning.
But we can multitask, babe.
Of course, because we are women. For this fantastic Heritage Month recipe, SMS Clover to 33650. Remember, SMSs are charged at R1.50 and no free SMSs apply. In case you missed it, here's a quick recap.
Made with love by Clover.
So we're celebrating talented and dynamic women in the loft today. And of course, we've got DJ LèSoul, who's not only a kick-ass DJ, but wow, an incredible pianist as well.
Oh, thank you, man. It started all in the church, you know. It's one of the things that I kind of, you know, learned when I was growing up. But it's self-taught. Everything, including DJing, including the whole, you know, production. I kind of taught myself everything because I wanted to discover my own style. You know? Yeah. I think that really matters, you know. Yeah.
And the music flows through you. Baby, keep on playing. And get your dancing shoes ready, because after the break, DJ LèSoul is ready to kick us into weekend mode with a performance from her latest single.
Amasi is a thick, creamy muss your family will love. Made with love by Clover.
One, two, 1, 2.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express on SABC3, where the stage is yours. I'm standing next to the gorgeous and talented, multi-dimensional DJ LèSoul. Hey. Give me one more A, because it's a Friday. What type of people do you like working with? Who is your favorite?
Everyone. You won't believe I listen to everything gospel. I like chilling with everyone, you know, because everyone's a creative, you know. There's something to, I always say, you can learn the best life lesson, even from your biggest enemy. So I chill with just about anybody.
That's true. I believe the same. There's something to be learned from everyone in your life. And everyone comes in for a different reason and season. So we just got to embrace it. And you're doing amazingly working with everyone. Everything you touch turns to gold, for sure. DJ LèSoul is known for her impeccable mixing and track selection skills. And wherever she has played, she's left crowds yearning for more. Take it away, DJ.
You know.
Yes.
Let's go. Hey! This one is for Itubani. Hey, shut up, party. Hey, 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 hey. Good time, showing impact. I got to get it. Shut up, party. Hey. Shout out to DJ Bata. Shout out to Freeman. Whoa,
Sensational.
Oh, wow.
And well done on your performance as well.
Thank you so much.
Amazing.
Thank you so much.
It was beautiful.
What is next for you? What is happening? Who are you going to be collaborating with and what are you working on at the moment?
Okay, right now, just awaiting my launch for Ipenga music video. It's about to come out this month. And yeah, I have a lot in store to work on. Yeah, with the Dance Otiran movement, just search the name, guys, and yeah, just support us.
Yeah.
Thank you for your support.
Yeah. And what have been some of your best collaborations? Ones that you're excited about, that are coming, that are happening now?
Oh, man, I don't know whether it's too soon for me to talk about it, but I could just say right now, I am speaking to a very influential fashion designer in the States who wants me to do music for her upcoming summer campaign, her summer line in a fashion show. So I'm really excited to have been contacted by that. Her last name is Versace.
Donatella!
What? Just have to tell, but hopefully that suffice, you know. I'm really, really excited. I am working with Nomdeni right now, who's known for her really good work with edits. So yeah.
Congratulations.
That's so exciting.
Thank you very much.
Wow, that's huge.
You were saying that your grooming of these young dancers in Durban, where do you want to see that growing into? Do you want to maybe take it national?
Internationally, because I'm already starting to take it internationally. I feel like we have to have to discover talent from a young age, just like in other countries and groom it and have classes and stuff like that. yeah, I just wanted to be in a global, actually, global stage. I feel like we deserve it.
Yeah. I mean, it also plays into what you said earlier, that dance is an art form, and dancers are allowed to view themselves as artists, artists who evolve, who grow, and who diversify as well into anything else that they want. It's not just jiva.
Yeah.
It's an art form, and you can get brilliant at it.
I love that. Tell me a little bit about your digital college, digital campus, digital course.
It's always been a baby of mine.
Yeah.
It's not just about music. It's something I hope in future I will really, really take to the next level. It's just a little bit of, online grooming of the next best thing. Because I believe, there's so few of us in the female industry. I want 100 more DJs to join the industry. The industry is big enough for us to do whatever we want to do. To just explore our skills. We've just been graced by another fresh talent in Durban. There are so many more skilled female DJs in Durban, but they are unknown. So I want to personally mentor them, more than anything. And when doors have been opened for you, leave them open for the next few people to come in.
And both you ladies are definitely doing exactly that.
Thank you so
You are
much.
opening doors for everyone else coming behind you. But on the days that aren't as pleasant and things aren't going as easy, what are some of the mantras? Just like a short line that you tell yourself to be like, hey, get up and go. You made a commitment to this and you have to stick to it.
I think basically the one thing I always tell myself is remember why you started and remember, Oguti, what is your purpose in life? Yeah, and also always helps also to have someone that you look up to or someone that's done what that you're doing currently that can help you get there. And for me, that was DJ Vuma. It actually helped me out as a female in the industry that's dominated by males. And it's okay to have a leader, someone that's going to lead you and guide you. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. Because you can't be a leader if if you weren't a follower before. You have to be first a good follower so that you become a great leader.
Of course.
That's amazing.
And definitely for me, it's, once you become exposed to the music industry and then your community sort of looks at you from a distance. Firstly, I have to make myself accessible to them and make sure that they can talk to me and ask a few questions about what happens in the industry because they want to get there as well. But then more than anything, it's just not letting myself down. It's very important to finish what you started. And more so, I always say,
strong.
That's so true.
That's so true. It's very important. I watch my family raise me in a very, very difficult state. But right now, I could gladly say, we're good. We're good. I've grown to become the woman I am because of the surrounding in Kulega, so I can't let them down.
I love that.
I love that.
Well, I don't know about you girls, but I'm ready for the weekend.
Absolutely.
What a fantastic show. It's been such a pleasure having you here.
Thank you so much.
So
I've been
inspiring.
so inspired by you guys. It's
Thank you
really,
so much.
I'm
Likewise.
so energized.
Likewise.
I love strong women.
Amen.
Me too.
Thank you
And I
for
love
the
that
music.
you love other women and support and groom other women.
Always. Be the woman who fixes another woman's crown and without telling the whole world that it was crooked.
Amen. Thank you for the music.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Now join us again on Monday as we meet radio and television presenter Carol Afori, who hosts Raising Babies on SABC2. Plus we chat to Lala Hirayama and Dr. Russell Cooper about polycystic ovarian syndrome. Have a gorgeous weekend, folks. Ciao.
I'm doing banger.
Afternoon Express, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.